heard the term branding, okay? Branding is a concept. It is a strategy to get you noticed. You have to find out what your uniqueness is in your business, and that's what your brand is. For example, Olga has a wonderful restaurant here, right? Maybe her desserts are her specialty. That's going to be her brand. That's going to pull people in. You have to find out your uniqueness. That will be your brand. Because you're going to have a lot of competition, a lot of restaurants, a lot of people that are caterers, all right? You're going to have a lot of real estate people. You're going to have a lot of people that's doing cleaning. But you have to sell what your uniqueness is. And that's what branding is. Branding is finding that one thing that's different about you that gets you noticed. That when people think of a cleaning service, they say, I'm going to Anna. Because Anna knows how to make my windows shine, all right? You find that one thing that's going to make you different. Whatever it is, you have to discover that, and that's really your branding. Now, you identify that brand. For example, you can take a child who can't even read. They can see any of these logos here. These are brands from major companies. Any child, 2 or 3 years old, who can't read, but they see that symbol, I want to go to McDonald's. Because McDonald's has learned how to brand themselves throughout the world. Even if you go to another country and you can't speak the language, you see that big arch. That's McDonald's, all right? The same thing with Nike. The same thing with Mercedes. No matter where you go, right, you know this. So you have to do the same thing with your branding of your product. So therefore, when someone wants a service, they're going to think of you first. Now, what you have to do is your objective of branding. You're going to deliver the message clearly, what you're all about. It can't be unclear. If you're a cleaning service, I think Olga said, be the best one. If you're a caterer, you're going to be the best that you can be. You have to deliver that message very clearly in your branding. It could be on your card, in your literature, but it's got to be distinct. People can't have to wonder, well, is this restaurant better or this? No, they got to know that yours is the best. So you have to have your message very, very clear when you're branding your product. Confirms your credibility. Like Olga say, I'm the best. Like you said, I'm the best cleaner. You champion that. Every time you meet somebody, I'm the best at what I do. They can say, why? Then you tell them why. I do this, I have good prices, I have gift certificates. That's part of your branding. You sell that everywhere you go. That becomes your mantra, that you champion yourself. Know your target audience. Know what they need. Like someone said before, the holidays are coming. Perfect time. People are shopping. They're looking for unique things. Because when you get a certain age, we all have everything we want. So a gift certificate for cleaning, or to come to a restaurant, or to get a catering, those are great ideas. That's part of your branding. You're going to motivate your buyers. Like Olga said, she used to pass out the desserts on the corner. All right, one thing about when people, they're eating, they feel good. And especially if you're giving them sugar, they feel even better because you get that rush. Right? So you motivate the buyer from the corner and say, here, here's some sugar. And ooh, this tastes good. They're going to come right in the door. Or they're going to remember that you gave them that. So you want to motivate your buyer with your brand. You want to create loyalty. Like if a customer comes, one time they may bring somebody, you may do something special for their birthday if it's a restaurant. Or even if it's a cleaning service, you may buy one, get one free. That kind of thing. That's loyalty to your customer. They will always come back. So all this go into your brand. It is a strategy just to get you noticed. That's all branding is. Just like we have these brands here, it's all about getting them noticed. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, you know the symbol no matter what language you speak. Understand the needs and the wants of your customer. If your customer coming here every day and they're asking for bread pudding, you don't know how to make bread pudding, learn how to make bread pudding. All right? If they want a certain kind of house, all right? You find that niche. Know what your niche is. Your niche is that one thing that sells you and represent that 24/7. Integrate your branding strategy into your public contact. No matter where you go, no matter where you are, what city, it does not matter. Sell your brand. Represent your brand. Always be that person when somebody walks up and they're talking to you, when they leave, they, oh, okay, I think I'll support her eventually. If we didn't come here tonight, I was determined one of these days I was going to come to your restaurant and surprise you, you know, because I liked how she presented herself at the last meeting. You know, I got the best. Well, when somebody say that, it's like, well, I got to go and see what's going on here. No, really. If someone says that, she said, I got the best cleaner. Well, I'm waiting for my opportunity there. The same thing with catering. You know, I have your brochure in my car. I said if I'm in the downtown area, I'll just swing by. You know, but because when someone sells you something with love, you're going to, with passion, you're going to want to support that. So make sure your brand represent you totally. Identify your brand and choose your brand. Everything communicates what you represent. What's your story? Share a wonderful story. Share your story when you're selling your brand. People want to hear that because you touch their heart. How do you think Oprah got so big? She sold her brand. Her thing was she understood the women that were heavy, and she sympathized with them. She lost weight and then she gained it back, but at least she won their heart over. And that's what you want to always do with your brand. Know what your uniqueness is, your skills and your talent. I like that you're venturing into another business. I mean, transporting. I think that's so great. Know what your skills are and your talents. All that goes inside your brand, whatever that is. Now, I just want the papers that you have there. Now, the first one I'm going to go over real quickly, and this is just something, some motivational literature for you. It's called Springtime. This is the Garden of Success. Plant, this is what you do every day. Plant 5 rows of peas. The peas are patience, perseverance, preparation, planning, positiveness. Exactly what Olga was saying. And in that garden, you're going to add 3 rows of squash. Squash negativity.
Oh, yeah.
Squash dieting. Just eat healthy. And squash despair. It'll hold you back. You're going to add 4 rows of lettuce. Let us be optimistic. Let us be in control. Let us be kind. And let us share. Now, this is your garden. No garden is complete without turnips. You got to have turnips. Turn up a winning attitude. Turn up a smile. And turn up on time.
Yeah.
You know, because someone, I went to a business, because I like to support when I can. I went to some business, and the people didn't even open at the time they were supposed to open. I felt like, I don't have this kind of time. Am I going to come back here? No. You didn't even open on time. The door says 10, you should be opening up at 10. You should be already being here before 10. So always turn up on time because people look at that. When I have someone to come to my house to do some work, if they're due at 9:30 and they're at the door at 9:30, I say, okay, all right. I already got a good thing going with that person. But if they come there 15 minutes late and they didn't call, then I have a problem with your service. It's not quality. Always quality is the best. So when you're planning your garden of success, always keep these in there, and I guarantee you, you will feel better. And if you feel better, you're going to spread that love around. Always keep that in your brand. Now, in terms of your brand, the paper that you have here, this is not really homework, but it's just food for thought. You can take it home. You don't have to do it now. But look at number 1. You are your product. Be still on branding. Whatever you're selling, you are your product. What are you and why? You have to search yourself. Even though you're already in business, you can always be better. I think you said earlier, Alicia said that her business grew so fast that it failed because she didn't have a business plan. She didn't have a business person to come in and help her, okay? Now, because she's her product, what are you and why? This is where your planning come in. You sit down and you plan. If you don't have a business planner, then you have to do it yourself because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's for sure. Now, you're going to look at this, make a record of the brand you've chosen, and you justify. I am, whatever your brand are, I'm the best cleaner, or I'm the best, whatever you are, and you're going to justify that, why you are the best in your field. You write this down for yourself. And one thing about writing it down, you remember it better, as opposed to thinking it in your head. because our thoughts go. We have so many thoughts coming in our head. But if you write this down and say, I am whatever your brand is, because, justify what that is. Now, I'm not going to ask you to substitute. Go on to number 2. Identify your core values. Record your 3 and 4 core values. Those are the most important things that support your business. What's your selling quality? 3 or 4 important things. Note those and you sell those. You promote those. You can't promote everything. I'm an actress, a writer, and a poet. At a given time, I will champion one of those things. You can't do them all successfully. You do one at a time. So you find your core value of whatever your business is, all right? If yours, some people, let's say in cleaning, can make windows shine. You may be able to make, I don't know, whatever, the floors, whatever. Whatever those are, that's what you're going to sell. Those are your core values. That's what you're going to promote. How do I act out on these values every day? Wherever you're going, you know, even if you go to somebody's house, well, honey, listen, I can make that shine so much you can see your face in it. That's how you're selling it. You sell your business. Even if you go to a restaurant and you see the windows and I go, you know what? I can take care of that in a heartbeat. You always sell yourself every day. You get ready in the morning and you dress for success every morning, mentally and physically. I applaud you for having this surgery done, because you know you feel better about yourself when you can look the part and you walk the part and you talk the part. You feel better, and if you're feeling better, guess what? People around you will feel better. Okay, let's go on to identify your passion. Like some people like, I don't know what I want to do. Well, sit down and find out what your passion is, what drives you. I know Teresa wants to eventually have her own catering business, right? Catering hall, and she will get that. But she just got to let her passion keep driving her, because we're all going to have obstacles, but that passion is going to keep pushing you. And God will send that person in there at that moment when you feel a little weak and you need a push. And this is a great support team here, because we all will have those moments when like, Lord, I need some help, you see? But you got to have passion for whatever your business is. And don't let nobody take your passion away from you. On to number 4, identify your talents. What did your peers praise you for? A lot of people say, well, I don't have any talent. We all got talent. If God created you, you're walking around this earth, you got talent. You just need to find out. What was that?
Amen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I like that. I like that. We all got talent. Okay? You just have to identify those talents, and the one that drives you, that make you keep going even when you're crying. Like, I'm an actress, and I love acting. But there are some days I just say, you know what, God, I am tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't stand it. I cry and I scream and yell. I do the whole bit, and then tomorrow I'm up doing the same things. Like, you see, that I'm driven by my passion. So whatever your parents praise you for, focus on those traits. Or what people tell you, like, girl, you can really sew really good. Listen to people, because people see you differently than we see ourselves. Okay? Like you said, you always love to cook. Voila. The people loved your food. I did too today. Okay. Now, what were your favorite subjects in school? It's just food for thought. Go back. If you haven't discovered what your true essence is, go back in time. Did you like English? Maybe you like to write. Did you like math? Maybe, you know, there's research that you have to do to discover who you really are. These attributes go into finding out what your true brand is. What activities did you like best after school? Or in general, okay? What do you consider your talents? You take these and you look at these. From time to time, when you get a chance, you don't have to do them all, do one each day or whatever your time permits. But discover what your brand is. What do others see as your talents? A lot of people tell me, oh, I'm inspired by you, or you motivate me. Well, that's my essence. I love acting, I love writing, but my God-given talent is to inspire, motivate, and educate. Acting is just a vehicle that I do that. And in the end, all of us is on this earth to do the same thing. Educate, inspire, motivate each other. We just do it differently. Going on to number 5. What are your 5 key talents or attributes? We kind of went over that. It's all about soul searching. 2 minutes. Okay. Write your brand description. After you've done this, write your brand description. And then you take it to people and you talk to people. You When you think about a brand, does this really represent me? Share with each other in terms of your brand. But if you don't get anything out of what I said, just remember, your brand, what it is to get you noticed and find your uniqueness and sell that. And I thank you for having me. And wonderful.